How do you turn a rejection from a job interview into something positive? Hi, my name is Maarten C. Jong. I've got 20 years of experience in recruitment and as a hiring manager, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about recruitment. Being rejected is part of the game. Once you start applying, you will get rejections. That's part of the game. If you don't get any rejections, you're not applying hard enough. If you get hired by the first job you apply for, maybe you applied for a job that's too simple for you, or maybe you didn't ask enough money. Think about that. So, rejection is part of the game. And how can you make it a little bit more fun or more interesting for you? First of all, feedback is a gift. Be happy that the employer tells you about the rejection and is willing to give you an answer why you are rejected. Nowadays, it's quite common that you don't hear anything. Even if you applied in person, you went to a job interview, went on a bus, on a train, maybe on a plane, went to the interview, and after that, you only hear crickets. You don't hear anything. Weird, but it's the world that we live in. So, first of all, be happy that an employer, a hiring manager, takes the time to give you feedback. So, what should you do? Or what shouldn't you do? Well, what you shouldn't be doing is go on the offense. If a client rejects you, you are rejected. And you can't do anything about it. So, if you get on a phone call with the person that is delivering you the feedback, don't fight the person. Okay? That's very important. In my 20 years of history, of track record, it didn't happen one time that I or a candidate went on the offense saying that the interviewers were wrong or you were misunderstood or, well, think of a reason. I have actually never seen it happen that this choice was reversed, that they would reverse a rejection into a pass. So accept it. So what should you do? What you should do is, first of all, thank the person that's calling you, and hopefully the person that's calling you is the hiring manager. Thank him or her for the time and for the opportunity and for the fact that you actually get a human to call you back after an interview. And then what you say is the following. Well, thank you for the feedback. It's clear to me now that I'm not a fit with your company. Unfortunately, because I really like working in this sector / industry / job. So can you maybe give me a tip for my next application about how I can improve? So you're asking the employer that rejected you how you can improve in your next application with a different company. A different company. So not the company that you were just rejected at. It's a different company. And what you will notice is that this hiring manager will open up. The hiring manager will open up to you. And where at first glance, the feedback you got why you were rejected was like mediocre, didn't fit into the team, overqualified, your hair was too long, name a reason. Trust me, the reason that you got in the first place was probably not the right one. But by asking what you can do better at a different company in a different application, then all of a sudden this hiring manager will tell you exactly what you need to do. The hiring manager will tell you what to do. And de facto, the hiring manager will also tell you what you did wrong in your current or your previous application. But it's always easier to tell people what they did wrong if they accept rejection and are asking for advice to succeed somewhere else than if you give them the correct feedback as a hiring manager when you're still in the process of rejection. So you ask for tips, and this hiring manager 9 out of 10 times will give you very good tips. And if you listen good, if you're a good listener, you can also listen to the real reason why you got rejected in the first place. So first is ask for tips how you can improve. And second, just ask him, well, Mr. or Mrs. hiring manager, you have such a big network. You're such a good communicator. please a little bit. Doesn't hurt you. Just please a little bit. Do you know other companies in this sector that you know of that are hiring at the moment or on a frequent base hire for similar roles? Because every hiring manager is part of a business club, part of some industry, society, you name it. So these hiring managers, if they are a little bit senior, pardon me, they know the other companies and they know where the vacancies are. They know which company is successful in hiring and which company is going bankrupt and is firing people. So most of the times, this hiring manager will tell you, why don't you apply with this and this company? And if you're really lucky, if the hiring manager is in a really good mood, and you really push that button of empathy. Sorry. If you really push that button, maybe even the hiring manager will introduce you to a colleague at a different company because it's no competition anymore. He's just helping you, he or she, of course. The hiring manager is just helping you in a different company because you accept rejection. Okay, that's it for this video. It really works. Just don't forget to follow this routine once you have this phone call with the hiring manager. I see it with all my candidates. I ask them, did you ask this? And in the heat of the moment, they all forget to ask this. So don't forget it. Follow this procedure. So as a feedback, you got some nice tips about how to improve and also which possible other companies and sectors might be interesting to target. The question is now, how should you target these recruiters, hiring managers, and companies that you don't know? This is what I'm going to discuss in the next video. For now, I wish you a happy job hunting, and I love to see you in the next video.